What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. And in this video right here, we got a special video today, but we want to dabble into the subject of teamwork. So when we talk about teamwork, a lot of times I feel like people get the misconception when we really get down to like what the basis of life is and like what we should really be doing, right? Like, and how we should really be functioning, right? In terms of like trying to be effective, right? So when we're trying to be effective, I feel like a lot of times it's easy for us sometimes to think that success or us being able to like be really good, you know what I'm saying, and being able to self-fulfill ourselves involves us doing something by ourselves or us having to achieve something by ourselves. And it's almost like in our minds, I feel like the enemy, I feel like what happens is in our mind, we sort of get some sort of notion that if we take away some of the things that help us to commit a function, right? And to do something that for one reason or another that makes us more validated than if we did receive that help. But I want to tear down that illusion right now because it's crazy. Like your support systems are a part of who you are, right? What I mean by that is your support systems should also be equated into when you train. It's almost like when you train for muscle activation. When you get into the gym and you train for, you do elevated push-ups or resistance push-ups, you're not just using your chest muscles. You also use your core. And the longer you go, you know what I'm saying, with perfect form and technique, the more you're going to have to shift energy to other muscles in your body in order to maintain form and continue doing those push-ups. So basically, the more you do these push-ups and the more you hold that form, the more you're going to have to change or shift your energy and dig from other places in order to continue doing the push-up, right? So basically what I'm saying is a push-up is a full body motion. Even a bicep curl can be a full body motion. Every function that you do can be a full body motion. But the important thing is to understand that when you neglect other parts of your body, when you function, what happens when you get into a game? Or what happens when you get into a real situation? You're not going to use just that one piece of muscle or that one component by itself. No, you're going to use the entire system in order to take down your opponent or in order to function or in order to achieve what you're trying to achieve, right? Because you want to be the most effective, the most impactful. That's what we set our sights on, right? So when I talk about teamwork, right, I mean training and utilizing all things to your advantage at all times, because and synchronizing yourself with your systems, because when you can synchronize yourself with your systems, now you have made yourself that much more flexible, because you're so in tune with your own systems that you can adjust. You know what I'm saying? That you can adjust, right? And you can be able to shift energy, and you're so in tune with your own system that you can change and alter things accordingly. So that's the nature of this video right here. That's what we really want to dabble into. It is the importance of training yourself. That's not getting too caught up in the aspect of training yourself so singularly and so individually, but training yourself collectively as a whole body unit in terms of your body. your mind, spirit, training everything all in as one, or at least attempting to, right? Or at least using other things and other components and aspects of yourself as an extension of yourself to continue to complete the function, right? Because that is how we were made to function. It's in unison, right? So being able to pull from all spots universally, right? So this even goes back into that to another video I even spoke of when I talked about speaking on shadow work or shadow dribbling or freestyling, right? When you freestyle, you get into like a freestyle movement. What do? The freestyle is the base component of how you move. It's basically the system itself, right? But all other things, all components of that system are just extensions of yourself, or just extensions of that system. So the real training comes from the base system itself. The root or the function itself is where the training ground takes most place, right? Or takes place first, and then everything else, all of the components become an extension of that of that base format, so, or that base system. So that's the nature of this video. This is how I teach to train, and it is using all the collective unity, right? In my opinion, right? I believe that things are an extension of the base system or the shadow work, right? The shadow dribbling, the freestyle dribbling, right? So that's what I believe, right? So to tie that back in here, teamwork is your ability to be aware and to just effectively put it a function, right? So without further ado, I'm gonna include this video right here. Yeah, that's pretty much what we wanted to talk about and discuss in this video. I don't want to get off topic, but I also do want to talk about as well. When we talk about committing to a function or working with people as well, right? A lot of times, working in jobs or working in wherever we happen to be working at in the environment, right? Things that people have already created. I'm using everything. It's like an actual dog fight. Use everything to your advantage to achieve the actual goal. So I'm using everything. Any resources that I can get my hands on, whatever it is that I'm trying to do. As long as I set my sights on that one goal, that's what I'm going to do. So without further ado, I'm going to conclude this video right here. Peace, y'all. I'll holla at you.